here I thought I had a smooth opening all lined up there. Just little pictures off to the side. Welcome back to Terrific Terry Tuesday today at Parx again after a pretty solid Monday, I feel like, at Parx yesterday. I think I went through it a couple times. I know Terry's best bet won for sure.
Yeah.
And I think I went 4 for 4 on the pick fours yesterday. It's a sad day when you go 4 for 4 on the pick fours and you only make $100 or so.
Yeah, you did. You went 4 for 4. I went 3 for 4. And then I had 7 wins with my first pick out of 9 races. And my pick of the day did win, but my exacta did not because a 30-1 shot beat my number 10 horse. But, that's the way it goes. If I had more money, what I normally do like that with the pick of the day is I go $1 exacta box, key box with all. So,
well, we have $100. You could have did the all in there, Terry.
Yeah, I know.
Choices, my friend. Choices. Choices. Yes,
has to do with choices. When I keep changing my choices, then I should have stayed where I was. And when I stay where I was, I should have changed. But that's the way it is.
Well, something that always remains the same is that we got free picks today, a guaranteed tip sheet. I think today's free track of the day is, if I recall correctly, it is Finger Lakes. Indeed it is. So you can get the link in the description on YouTube, as well as a link to the smart sheets that we'll go through today at Parx. They're very helpful. Certainly pinned out that first-time starter yesterday that came home a winner, as well as that 8-horse. Man, just crazy here all over the place today. That 8-horse that came home my $20 or $10 bet to win. So that was a smart sheets play. You can get that along with the description of how to use them on the link in YouTube. Of course, when the show is over, everything that we talk about and more will be available right here at horseracingtoday.net. You also can sign up now to get your smart sheets and wagering guide for the Breeders' Cup coming next Friday. Holy, that's fast. When you're here too, click that HRT gear button. Get yourself a Horse Racing Today hat, T-shirt. Well, I don't think you need a barbecue apron anymore, but you certainly can use a hoodie because the temperatures are going to fall for sure. Well, hopefully more winners, Terry, fall into our domain and picks today. Let's start off with race number 1, where they're going to go 6 furlongs. Early speed gets to the front, keeps it almost 4 out of 10 races. The inside 3 horses have an advantage over the rest. Who's got the inside speed today, Terry?
The 2-horse does 46.8% in that data, so it should get to that quarter pole first.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to lead there, Terry, because the EP type. Got 3 horses that want to either pilot or co-pilot. Everybody else middle back. That ought to favor horses that get forward, but it does look like this is a race that a lot of horses might find mirror their best performances.
It sure is. There were many of them that are above 50%. And if you take a look at that 7, it's at 91.27%. So a lot of these will be very comfortable in this race.
Yeah, C-Zone. Again, you'll find this in the description on YouTube. The C-Zone measures today's pace relative to the horse's best performances and then lines them up. And in a 91.27% chance that Petulant Delight will find a race today that looks a lot like when they performed its top. Jerry, looks like there's one choice here for jockey or trainer.
Yeah, that's that one, has the best jockey and trainer, and so it's the best combination, I believe.
Kate's Golden Dude, that 2-horse, has a 9-point total speed figure advantage from the last race. It's also a pretty heavy simulation favorite, and our top total pace. Terry, anybody going to take out that 2 to start the day today?
Well, I like the 2, Kate's Golden Dude. It's going to be hard to beat that horse, I think. Finished in the money in the last 9 starts. Won 4 of those. Highest speed figure at today's distance. Best start speeds fast among today's starters. Has a top winning trainer and jockey. Then I like the 3. Ran second versus tougher last race at Parx Racing. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. We Ready, the 1, finished third versus tougher in the last race. Rail Post winning 28% clip. Has a top winning trainer and jockey. And then I like 5 as my long shot, Cobble Road. Early speed running style helps the chances at the shorter distance will be a plus. Has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 35% of the races in the first race after claiming a horse. No additional bets for me here.
All right. Well, I think we have a lot of the same horses almost in the same order. I have Kate's Golden Dude off that top last race speed figure, 9 points, but it's been off since May. So I don't know how much value to put in that. Does have some good workouts. Usually comes off the bench pretty hot. Good chance to be hot when the pace gets cooking too. And right now the bettors have it at 6-5. Number 3, Pogie. Very consistent. This one track dropped into Parx last time out and should be better today in round 2 in Ben Salem. Number 5, Cobble Road. One of the few places Terry and I differ on this race. Should be out front along with that 2-horse. Weight break today could help that horse carry its speed a little bit longer. And then finally, We Ready, the classic third start up after a layoff. Moving inside could be beneficial to We Ready today after running wide in its last trip. Usually, maybe a little bit of superstition here, but whenever I hit that first race, I tend to have a good day. So I'm going to go for it. Challenge the superstition and a 50-cent trifecta box 1, 2, 3, and 5. Although with the way the odds look now relative to the morning lines, might not be the biggest payer. Though didn't really hurt me yesterday. Race 2 is another 6 furlonger, Terry. So again, about 4 out of 10 get the first call at the quarter-mile marker and also get the first call at the finish line. The inside 3 horses, they have the post position advantage in race number 2. Do we have any inside speed, Terry?
Well, a little bit with the 2, but actually the 5 and the 6 are got the most speed according to the data. They could go head-to-head to that quarter pole.
They can't go all the way. So in this race, Terry, something interesting to note. You got the 4 and the 6, the only yes horses in here, meaning they're the only 2 horses so far on the resume, recent resume, to have a speed figure of 79 points or more. But we do also do Par Plus, where we have 1,000 simulations where we create speed figures, project them out. That tells us how often in our simulations they hit par. Looks like a few with a good chance today.
Yeah, well, you take a look there, though. That 4 that has a yes before is 0 today, and it makes it a little bit odd to me. But the rest of them all have a little bit of a chance, especially that 2 with the 29.7%.
Well, there's nothing perfect, unfortunately, in simulations. Otherwise, we would never get anything wrong, Terry.
That's true.
Right? You got to have a little bit of a challenge. Right? You can't just, because if we picked every horse correctly, every horse would go off at 1 to 9. That would be good for anybody. What's funny, not funny, but the 2 horses a heavy simulation favorite, Terry, in here. It wants to be part of the early pace. It looks like if it gets out to the front, could be a loney. Everybody else middle back. Looks like if he gets to the front, Terry, that's exactly where he wants to be.
Yeah, he's got a really good 93% C-zone, and all of them have C-zones, but the 2 and 3 have the best. They're going to be the most comfortable, I believe, in this race.
Yes, indeed. The 3 is your premier closer, according to what we got here, Terry. The 2 is additionally your biggest class dropper in here. Looks like he's in contention for a good jockey-trainer combo.
He is. He has the best jockey. The 5 has a little bit better trainer according to this data, but the 2 actually has the best jockey-trainer combination.
So the 2 and the 3 top the simulation odds as well as the total pace. The 3-point speed figure advantage over here for the 3 horse, and then the 2 horse with that top total pace, top C-zone, Terry. I also have the top combination of comfort zones. 2 and 3. Is that how you're starting your bets in race number 2?
Yeah, I'm starting with the 3, Union Perfection. Finished in the money 6 out of 7 career starts and won 1 of those. Has a top trainer and jockey. Simply disregarded. The 2 is finished second against Tougher at Parx Racing. Drops in class, and is trained and ridden, and is trained and ridden by high percentage connections. 1 improbable. The 5 has a high percentage of trainer wins 22% of the races in the second race after claiming a horse, has a top winning jockey. And then the 6 is my long shot. We miss Neil. He likes Parx Racing. He's been in the money 55% of the races here and has a top winning trainer and jockey. I'm going to play the very first Don Johnson Miami Vice pick 4, 2, 3, 5, 6 with the 1, 6 with the 1, 2, 3, 6 with the 7, 10. I'm sorry. It should be 7, 3, 7, 10, which is a $48 ticket.
All right, so we'll put the 3 back there. No, that's not $48. You would have to take a horse out somewhere, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, then it should be just 7, 10.
Mm-hmm. I have the 3-2 as my top two. There's lots of reasons we saw in the smart sheets why that makes a lot of sense. The Union Perfection, the kitty cat. 3 consecutive speed figure increases in a row. We'll see that right here with the 78, 71, 62 coming off the 48 there. So the Barry Meadows Skeptical Handicapper says that is a 15% winning angle. I'm not going to argue with Barry Meadows. Then the 2-horse, Simply Disregard, is that big simulation favorite. Tie top total pace with the 3, and then there is a big gap down. So what I mean by that, as you see over here, the 2 and the 3, they're both 161.33. And then after that, there is a more than, what is that, about a 6-point drop. Every 5 points, as we've talked about many times, equals 1 length. So the 2 and the 3 at the finish line could be as much as a length ahead of everybody else, if that plays to pass. Next up for me in my picks is the 6-horse. We Miss Neil. This one is coming off the bench. Does have some decent workouts. The record on the first up is a little bit iffy. And then One Improbable Big Pop in the middle part of its last race. Faster fractions, despite going longer. So when you go longer and you run faster, that's like Wrigley Spearmint Gum. It's doubly quick. I'm going to just do the 2-3 with the 1-3-6, with the 2-3-6, with the 2-3-5, 7, and 10 to close out my $45 pick 4. Race 1 about to get popping. Great timing today. Look at that. I'm always happy when we do something right, Terry.
Yeah.
We get our timing correct. So in race number 1 right now, the 2-horse is on the lead. The 6-horse has moved into contention there. The 1-horse kind of coming up on the rail. And you have the 5-horse back there. The 2-horse is one of your favorites at the minute on that front at 9. We're not, I mean, you don't really see this 9-5 to 6-5. The 6-horse is giving that horse all it can handle in there. Curlin's Cruise. Opening quarter in 22 and 8 seconds. I don't know what the I don't know if that 6-horse is going to go bye-bye or not. He's looking pretty sharp right now. Although the 5-horse is coming with some aggression along with the 1-horse. The 3-horse making a really strong move down low. Yesterday, speed held up. Looks like speed might hold up again today. The question is, who's going to win? Question, who's going to finish second and third? That's really where the question's at. So you got everybody else coming at the end. It looks to me like right now you're going to get the 6-horse is going to probably hang in there. So it's going to go 2, big gap, 6, and then 3 and 5. So that 6-horse showing some speed today. Curlin's Cruising in race number 1. In race number 1, the 6 was supposed to. This game could be in that mix right there. Was that pick in there? Was a yes horse, Terry. So one worth considering, dropped in class, one of the bigger class droppers. 6-horse, not scoring too well there. PC, lone PC. A couple of reasons why you might have looked at that horse in addition to the 2-horse. All right, so off to race 3. We're going to move for you and me. In the 3rd race, our conditions are 1 mile. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. You see the profile of a winner streaming down there below. Early speed, 1/3 on the lead. Keep the lead. A little bit of a rail discount. 2 through 7, the middle horses, they get the benefit of a better post-position win percentage. And then 8 and out, a little bit of a discount again, Terry. So no worries about 8 and out, but plenty of speed in this race.
There is. So I think it's in anybody's race on who's going to get the quarter pole first. Just depends on who gets the cleanest break.
Good morning, Lauren. How are you? Over at Lauren_Shap on X, you will find a lot of aggregated handicappers. Race 1, you like the 2 and the 3. Good call there, Private Ross. Race 2, the 2, 3, and 6. And then race 3, where we are now, the 6 and the 3. Getting a little bit of foreshadowing from Private Ross for race 4, 5, and 6. Kind of left it off there. If you got some thoughts, some picks, some ideas to share, kindly do so in the comment section. We would greatly appreciate that. 2 horses hitting par, Terry. Looks like all of them can do it today. These races, when they're like that, I like to look at C-Zone, Terry. Who's got the best trip coming?
Well, you can take a look there. They're really close. The 4 has the highest number at 76.47, followed up by that 3, and then the 5.
Yeah, the 5 and 6, they want to pilot. Everybody else middle back. That should favor speed. So that of those 2 horses, that's the 5-horse. Simulation favorite, though, is the 1-horse. It's also the top total pace horse, Terry. It's also got the top jockey, but it doesn't have the best jockey trainer combo.
Well, I don't know. The 3 has the best trainer, but I think that it's kind of a toss up between the 1 and the 3 on the best jockey trainer combination.
Maybe a little bit of an open race in here, Terry. So in the third race, it is kind of open, but we both think Summary Judgment's the one to beat.
Yeah, I like the Summer Judgment. Won her last 2 races in a row and goes for a hack trick and likes the distance. The 1 Date Night Kisses won last race at Parx Racing and has the highest speed figure at today's distance, gets the leading trainer and jockey. Expect to be ready. The 3 has a 27% win rate at Parx Racing, and a trainer wins 24% after claiming a horse, and a leading jockey, the Goddess of Snakes. The 5 is a long shot, third last out versus tougher, fastest start speed today. High percentage winning trainer who wins 20% after claiming a horse, and with a top jockey. No bets for me here.
Again, we got the same 4 horses today, Terry. I don't know what's going on. Summary Judgment, winner of 6 of 12 races at the distance, and a horse with a resume that says another good effort at the distance in the second up. Number 3, Expect to be Ready. One of the 2 yes horses in the race. You see that with the 5, the Goddess of Snakes, a great name right there. Much better early pace than her last start. And then number 1, Date Night Kisses. That one is your simulation favorite, is your top total pace horse. Very consistent. And then the 5 horse, the Goddess of Snakes. It is the other yes horse. But the only question for me was a review of the previous first starts after a layoff. And it's probably the best way to describe it. No additional bets for me. We got 10 races to do today, Terry. Next one is race number 4. This one is another at a mile today. So again, a whole bunch of them. They do go wire to wire. This is a maiden race. So the key number here is that speed number 70. We want to see which horses have hit that 70 speed figure, Terry, and it looks like it's unanimous.
Well, that's true. None of them have done it, but 2 and 3 have been within 5 points, especially the 2 was almost there. So, yes. And then the 2 has the best chance, according to the par speed number, to do it again.
Now we have here the 2 and 3 pretty strong. Our race shape for these horses, you see the 3 wants to be out front, should be out there. The 2 horse wants to pressure, should be in that spot too. The 1 horse didn't finish within 5 lengths of the leader last time, so it did show that it has speed, probably at 1 speed and fade. The 4, 5, and 6 are your first-time starters, but none of them scoring over 2.5. The 6 horse coming the closest, but the 4 horse not too far behind. Terry, maybe this is a race where the jockey gets the job done. Who would that be?
Well, the 3 has the best jockey according to the data, and the 2 has the best trainer, but I think the 3 is the best jockey trainer combination.
Yeah, 6s look like it in that mix too. Of the horses with experience, 14-point speed figure advantage for the 2 horse. Big late race edge, big total pace edge. So maybe the 2 horse, if a horse with experience is going to win, it'll be that one. Maybe it'll be a first timer. Terry, tell us who it is.
Well, I like the 3, Halo Hottie. Class dropper with the trainer that wins 22% of the races with taking a horse from a sprint to a route, and paired with the leading trainer and jockey. Then I like the 2, Courage on Tap. Finished 3rd versus Tougher in the last race, drops in class today, has a good workout on October 13th. Tush Push, the 1, drops in class today and gets a leading jockey and trainer. First-time starter Purist, the 6, is my long shot. Bred for the for this route and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm going to play the 2nd Miami Vice, Don Johnson, pick 4, 1, 2, 3, 6 with the 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10 with the 6, 7 with the 1, 4. I believe that's a $48 ticket.
For me, the 2 horse Courage on Tap, that one gets the top call. Being that has that 14-point speed figure edge over everybody else in the race, big late speed edge, big total pace edge, should not be all that far off the pace. Halo Hottie, that one is also the lone E potential, depending upon the first timers and if the 1 can hang on. And then the 6 horse Purist, that is top rated first timer at 2.33, really not saying a whole lot. Then the 4 horse is the other first time starter. You kind of have to have that one in your mix too. I left the 4 out, folks. Circle that one. That's going to be your winner. 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 2, 3, 6, and then 1, 6 for my pick 4 in race number 4. Race 5 does close out the first half of this card. Terry, it's going to be 6.5 furlongs. So 6.5 furlongs. The profile of a winner looks a little bit like this. Early speed, again, the inside 3 get the edge over everybody else, but the rail, Lucky Opportunity, it's the biggest of them all. Does Lucky Opportunity have any chance in race number 5, Terry, to take advantage of that speed inside draw?
Well, it looks like the 10 has the most speed, which is the very outside horse, followed by an inside horse of the 3.
Yeah, 10 is just your pressure type, so it doesn't need the lead. 3 and 5 want to go forward. Again, this is a race shape that does favor horses that'll be middle forward of this 2 horse, though. I'm a Lucky Girl. Might get a lucky trip, Terry. It is a lone PC type, and looks like it's going to like exactly where it's at.
Yeah, it sure does. It's got an 89.52% C-zone, but there's a lot of the horses that are above 50% threshold that we like to see. So
only the 3 and the 7 have hit par so far. This looks like a pretty open race, Terry. 10, 3, 9, and 2 over here on the simulation odds, but you can see they're all tightly bunched. Over here, all these numbers are tightly bunched as well. That's why I put so many of these horses in my pick 4s. It's a tough one, Terry. How did you see it?
Okay, well, for me in this race, oops, let me get to the right place here. Okay, for me in this race, I like the 10 Disco Flash. Early speed running style helps the chances, high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like Just Heart, the 5. At Parx Racing, she's been in the money 75% of the time and won 25% of the starts, placed in every race at today's distance with the top trainer and jockey. Then the 3, it should improve while returning to dirt, and their early speed running style helps chances. And the 2, I'm a Lucky Girl, ran second last race and has the highest last speed rating. No additional bets for me here.
I'm going to start with, I don't know how you pronounce this, CD Ekahat, I don't know. 1 or 2 yes horses. Only the second run at Parx after track dropping, excuse me. Number 1, I'm a Lucky Girl. Number 2, I'm a Lucky Girl. Just missed in the last race at this level. Will be coming at the end of this start. Number 7, Just Heart. The other yes horse just needs a little bit of a better start. So a better start. And then maybe. And then finally, the 10 horse. It is the simulation favorite and the top total pace horse. It is the pace setter, but I feel like on that outside post could be a little bit difficult. Maybe a little bit of a late fade at the end. I have a 50-cent trifecta box 2, 3, 7, and 10. Tomorrow, Terry, we are going to do Keeneland. I almost forgot for a minute there. Before we move on to the second half of this card, let everybody know how we can watch Keeneland tomorrow. There could be I do have an event tomorrow. I just don't know what time yet. That could be a monkey. Could be a wrench or a fly in the ointment, but if the fly doesn't land in the ointment, what's the best way to watch?
Well, you need to just go to our YouTube and go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit the little bell. That'll notify you 30 minutes before about when we're going to have our programs coming up. And then go ahead and take and copy the link, share it with everybody you know, so that they can take a look at us too. Then go to our social sites such as Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, Blue Sky, and Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. And then keep these comments coming, like Jose and Private Ross 99 and several others today, Lauren, as we like to see them, and they help out a lot.
Yeah, race 6, hopefully getting some winners will help a lot. It's 1 mile and 70 yards. Stalkers do great still. If you're forward, you got a chance. So in race 6, Terry, we're looking for some speed, horses that'll be involved early on, but it looks like 1 is going to do all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, that 6 has plenty of speed in here. And if it gets a clean break, it should go to that quarter pole first. And I think that 6 will go all the way. So
yeah, 6 has a good shot to be on the front by itself. A little bit light on the C-zone. The 2 horse, Salin Louis, scoring the best as a closer in there. Salin Louis also top simulated odds, top total pace. Terry, who's got the best jockey?
Well, the 6 has the best jockey and trainer, so I think the 6 has got a good combination there.
Well, you said pretty confidently you think the 6 is going to go all the way. So why don't you let us know why?
Well, I'll tell you why. It's my best bet of the day, and I'm going for a second one in a row, so hopefully I'll do it again. I won its last race at Parx Racing, tied for the fastest speed at today's distance, has a top trainer, switches to high percentage winning jockey. Then 7, Mr. Hustle, finished in the money in the last 6 starts, winning one of those, finished second in the last start, has a high percentage winning trainer. Union Lights, the 5, ran second versus Tougher in the last race and drops in class today. My long shot 2, Salin Luli, finished second versus similar to in the last race, has an early speed and shares a top speed in today's field. And I'm going to bet 20 to win on number 6, a $10 exacta box 6-7, a $10 exacta 6 on top with a 2-5-7, and then a $5 exacta box 5-6-7.
I'm going to start with the 3, Assembly Point. This probably works out good for Terry because yesterday I had his pick third, so it won. So anytime I don't put it first, it wins, and anytime I put it first, it doesn't win. But this one did show better early pace last time on. If he's going to win, it's going to be at this distance. He has 11 wins of his 14 wins at $170. It's the only yes horse in the field, too. So the only one that's been able to hit par. The Aula. Big early speed versus a field of middle back types. Rerun its last race in its over. Salin Louis, that is your simulation favorite in there, Terry. Top total pace, better early pace and fractions, and the best C zone by far. And then finally, number 7, Mr. Hustle. Consistent, very consistent performer, but maybe not so much at Parx. 1 win, 1 second, 3/3, 13 tries. No bets for me. We will get back to the betting in race number 7 because it is the late pick 4. We go back to a 6 mile. 6 mile. That would be a hell of a race there. 6 mile race. Can you imagine, Terry?
Yeah.
I don't know what they would do. So race 7, they're looking at 6 furlongs again. Early speed on the inside, particularly the first 3. So to kick off the late pick 4, Terry, do we have any 1, 2, or 3 speed?
Well, you do. You have the 2's got a lot of speed, but also the 6 does. So that 6 may have something to say about the 2 getting out in front.
They both want to go out there, too. So they got to be careful not to burn each other out. The other 4 horses, they'll be coming from the middle to the back of the pack, to the front of the pack. Only 2 yes horses. Everybody's been within 5 points, Terry. And according to Par Plus, they all got a chance to do it today.
That's correct. You can take a look there. They're all pretty similar. Have a par chance to meet or exceed the speed par number for today's race.
The 1 and the 3, lone class droppers. Almost everybody else is moving up, Terry. It looks like, again, pretty straightforward on the choices for connections.
Yeah, the 3 has the best jockey. The 6 has the best trainer. But I think the 3 is the best jockey-trainer combination.
Another one of these races where you look at these first 5 horses and the odds are pretty similar on the sim odds. You see the same thing over here, the same 4 horses, except for the 6 horse kind of moving in and out of that pack. I don't know, Terry, does the 6 get to the lead and keep it, or somebody else do something in race number 7?
Well, I like the 1, and I'm not going to try to pronounce that name. Winner of last 2 races, aiming for a 3rd. Rail Post wins at 18% of the time, and a top trainer and a jockey combination. And then 7, Rock Me Gently, finishing the money in 9 out of 10 starts, winning 3. Very competitive horse and has a top winning trainer and jockey. Leftover Susie, the 6, likes Parx Racing, has been in the money 67% of the time and won 33% of the starts, and likes the distance, has been in the money 60% of the races, winning 30% of the starts. And then the 3, Midune, or Mildoon, won 2 races in a row, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm going to play the very last pick 4. Farm advice, Don Johnson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 with the 4, 8 with the 6, 7 with the 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, $50 ticket.
Yesterday, you should have been here. We had 7 out of the 8 of them yesterday, including the last one was the only one that really paid anything, though, right? All the other ones were, I don't know. Like you said, it's a sad day when you get 4 out of 4 and you barely make any money. I have the 1 horse. I'll try to pronounce it. Let's see. What is that? Vixen's Hypno. Yeah. something. We'll just go with the red one. That one there. It's a Vixen's Hypnotic Honey. There you go. Vixen's Hypnotic Honey. I got it. Yay.
Yeah,
Winner
that's
2 in a row with some upside potential. Number 6, Leftover Sushi. That just sounds dangerous to me. 1 of 2 yes horses. Last time out, this horse had better pace from the middle of the race to the end of the race. You see that right here. But also paired that up with some faster early fractions. I like that. Number 2, that one is Bailout Billy. That's the other yes horse. Going to be forward along with the 6 and making the classic third start after a layoff. And then Rock Me Gently. Big win in its last race and a chance to be bigger in the third start after a layoff. My pick 4, I'm going to go 1, 2, 4, and 6, 3, 4, 8, 5, 7, 4, 5, 6, and 9. And that is my standard $48 ticket. Ooh, we might be able to get through the last 3 races, Terry. Race number 8 is $1.70. Let me just go ahead and pop this over on the screen here so that we have the appropriate profile of a winner. Again, it's just one where you want to be middle forward. Being on the lead does help. About 3 out of 10 win up there. Inside does better than outside. In race number 8, Terry, we're looking for some speed on the inside, but doesn't look like there's much of it.
No, there's the outside speed, a lot of outside speed, but there's all of them have some kind of speed. This is an anyone's race, I think.
My stable alerts of past crypto quotes for Parx today are Spites, Awesome Flay, and Simply Disregarded. Typo, that's okay. We know what you meant, private loss. This race, Terry, looks like it's just completely wide open. Everybody's hit par. Everybody can hit par. Mm-hmm. You got the 6 horse, though, being one that if it can get to the front by itself, he'll have everybody chasing him. I like to really look at C zones here, and it looks like there's a few of them to pick from.
Well, the good C zone or the best to highest is that 6 horse, but also the 3 and the 8 have some pretty good numbers, too.
You got the 3 horse, What a Blast. There's an in-race edge, 4-point last race speed figure. The 4 in this case, Amadeus Music, a pretty big simulation favorite. Over here, you see a bunch of different horses again. Top total pace, Terry. Maybe play the jockey, maybe play the trainer.
Yeah, the 4 is the best jockey, 8 best trainer, but the 4 has the best jockey-trainer combination, in my opinion.
If you're looking for improvement, the 1 horse is a 5-way better horse, better early, better mid, better late, better fractions. And then you got the 4 and the 5 showing better early pace and better fractions. Bunch of class droppers in here, Terry. Drop your winners on us for race number 8.
I like the 4, ran second versus similar in the last race, has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 30% of the races in the second race after claiming a horse, and a top winning jockey. Spitester Red, the 8, won 5 out of the last 8 races, has a top speed at today's distance, and trainer and jockey have high win rates. What a Blast, the 3 won last race at Parx Racing, and a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like Irish Honor, the 5 at Parx Racing. He's been in the money 50 or 68% of the time and won 21% of the races. And at today's distance, been in the money 63% of the time, winning 13% of those. No additional bets for me as I'm out of money.
The 1 horse. No, that's wrong race. I don't know what I'm doing. I have the 4 horse. Amadeus Music. Rock Me Amadeus Music. Well, it is a big simulation favorite for sure. You got Jamie Ness. You got Mikel Sanchez. I think it's the only time that dynamic duo teams up today. This one should be better in round 2 off the bench and in round 2 at Parx after track dropping. Spitester's Red, that's Private Ross's crypto code horse here, the 8 horse. It is a left arrow horse. What do we mean by left arrow horse? The horse could be up on the lead, and he's a PC type. Could be very comfortable out there, too, with that very strong C zone, Jerry, but does need to rebound touch in the second start after kind of a off the bench performance. What a Blast. That is that top last race speed figure, 3 points better than everybody else, taking a tiny drop in class. Should be better at the third start after layoff today. Does like the distance. He has 3 wins in 6 races and just 2 wins in 29 at any other distance. I would call that a horse for the distance at a course. And then finally, number 5, Irish Honor, solid at Parx, 19 races, 4 wins, 4 seconds, 5 thirds. decent prep work, and record coming off the bench for the first race since August. I'm going to do it at $8 double, 4-8 with the 7 in the next spot, which is kind of, I think, a pretty good tell of who I'm going to pick as my top choice. To start off the late daily double, this one, Terry, is a 1 mile, $75,000 stakes race. So again, at 1 mile, as they go, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm pressing too many buttons and not getting back to where I need to be, Terry. Race 9, let me pop this in the screen here. Too many managerial things at once. We need a third person just to handle all the clicking in the background. And early speed does great. You find out that at the mile race, the one trip, if you got the lead at the quarter-mile marker, a little more than 1 out of 3 times, you'll have the lead at the finish line and turn left into the winner's circle. Bernie's Mitts, a little bit of a discount. 2 through 7 get the best of it. 8 and out, a little bit of a discount again. In the stakes race, Terry, who's going to get it started in the front?
Well, it looks like that 1's going to do that, but really the 5's pretty darn close to the 1, so probably between those 2.
Yes, and you see that all of them except the 4 have hit par for the stakes race, and that par is 96, so that's a pretty robust, pretty robust number in there, Terry. Who's got the best chance today to perhaps hit that 90 again?
Well, it appears to me that I'd say the 7 does, although several of them have, but that 4 has a 0, so that's kind of odd too.
A lot of these horses want to be middle forward. It could favor horses that come off the pace. You got the 2 in there, the 3 in there, the 6. They might find a good trip in there, although it looks like the 3 is going to get the best trip of the closers. That 7 is a lone EP. Could be really dangerous. It is your simulation favorite, although the 1 scores the top total pace. Terry, the 7 does also maybe get a nod on the jockey.
It does against the best jockey, 5 best trainer, but I think the 5 is the best jockey trainer combination.
All right, Terry, who's going to win the stakes race today?
Well, I like the 6. Ran second in the last race, winning the previous race. Has a high percentage winning trainer jockey. The 7 Film Star won his last 2 races in a row, goes for a hat trick. Has the best start speed among today's starters. Point Doom, the 5 won last race at Delaware Park. Has a high percentage winning trainer jockey. Has a good workout October 15th. And then Awesome Play, the 8 placed in 6 of the last 7 races with 1 win and is suited for today's distance. No additional bets.
I think the 7-horse Film Star is definitely squared off against much better horses. Could be the lone EP type versus a lot of speed in here. Simulation favorite. I think it gets a great trip today. Number 5, Point Dume. It's raced at Parx 2 times. You know how many it's won?
Twice.
Did show better fractions last time out and better early pace. And he's beaten the 6-horse. That's why I downgraded the 6-horse below him, Adero. Really consistent, coming off faster fractions. And then the 8-horse, Awesome Flay, was a very difficult call for me over Bernie's Mitts, but has more back class, meaning the horse has more upside. So I'm going to do some bets here. I'm going to do a $5 exacta key box, 7 over the 1, 5, 6, and 8. And I'm also going to put 20 to win on the 7 in the stakes race. Worked for me yesterday, so let's see if we can do it again. I guess that is a pseudo best bet for me. I don't think we're going to have time to kick in the finale here, Terry, before race number 2 gets cooking. So before race number 2 gets started, again, free picks today, guaranteed tip sheet at Finger Lakes. There is a link in the description on our YouTube channel, Horse Racing Radar TV. If you haven't subscribed over there, please go do so. And if you're watching on X, please retweet so other folks can follow us. If you're watching on YouTube, go over to Twitter and make sure you subscribe there. Comments are greatly appreciated. All interactivity, whether it's a comment, come back and rewatch the race because we do timestamp them all on YouTube. That boosts our search engine scores, makes it more likely when people look for horse racing content, they find us. When the show's over, right there at horseracingtoday.net, we'll post our picks as well as our Benny and the bets, Terry's best bet, and my random thoughts across the track. And then kindly hit that HRT gear button right there. Come over here and get yourself some fantastic Horse Racing Today gear. Race 2, Terry, looks like they're just about ready to get cracking. The 2-horse is a prohibitive favorite at 3 to 5. Both of us, not surprisingly, have him as our second choice. And then the 3-horse is the looks like he's the third choice. The 5-horse is actually the second choice in here.
Yeah. Well,
according to our
I'm hoping that 3 wins.
It would be the best of looks like they're having a difficulty getting that 3 to get into the gate, though. No, it's the 2 horse that's kind of troublesome, maybe.
Yeah.
Looks like they finally got that horse in. Tomorrow again, 80% chance we'll be live at Keeneland. Not at Keeneland, but doing Keeneland tomorrow. I do have an important court date that I have to hit, so I don't know what time it is. It's all on Zoom, so I'm not going to be out of the house. If it's at a time that allows us to do Keeneland, we'll definitely be here. All right, race number 2. Let's get cooking, guys.
Well, it looks like we could have maybe got through that last race.
Yeah, as long as it takes them to get into the gates here today, right?
Yeah.
They're zoomed out. Go ahead.
Are they ready? They're going?
Well, it looks like the final horse, We Miss Neil, is finally loaded, so we'll see what happens here. A couple horses are acting up, so the starter is going to be reluctant. The 3 horses acting up. She's really rearing up a lot. Maybe the people knew something at the track. And they're off in the running. And the 3 horse, with all that rearing up, did not get off to the best of breaks, although it didn't have to because it was not projected to be on the lead. It looks like the 5 and the 2 have gone forward with the 6 and then the 1 down on the rail. The 2 horses, your 3 to 5. The 5 horses, your 2 to 1. The question is, how fast are they going as they make their way down the backstretch? So those 2 push out. 22.43 seconds, so a pretty lively pace. I always get a kick out of when 2 horses really go after each other like that. You know what I'm saying, Terry?
Yeah.
So around the bend they go. The 2 and the 5 continue to set the pace. 2 horse has the lead. The 5 horse is going to have to run 2 wide all the way around the track. It's kind of a difficult spot to be in. 2 horse, 3 to 5. Let's see who asks who to go first. 2 horse hasn't been asked yet. 5 horse is trying. The 2 horse finally got the tap on the backside, although the 5 horse is coming. But the 2 horse's jockey's not even asking him to go yet. So it'd be surprising to me if the 5 horse passed him. He's not going to pass him. A little bit of a hand ride, a little good boy from the 2 jockey, then the 5, then the 3 after that bad start did rally in for 3rd. So there you go. The 2 horse, as the simulation favorite said, was going to be the favorite there, pretty heavy favorite, and acted as such. Race 10 is the last for you and I today, Mr. Terry. So let's go off to race number 10. That's a return back to 6 furlongs. Lots of speed, gets the job done, although this is a maiden claimer. We're looking at that speed figure of 67. And our smart sheets, Terry, does anybody hit 67?
No, yeah, there's several. There's the 1, 3, 4, 5, and 9. All have hit the par plus number.
And a lot of them had a good chance to do it again today, Terry. A few pretty high numbers in there, too.
Yeah, there are. There's actually the 4 has the best chance with 53.1, but there's a couple of others that come up pretty close to there.
So we don't have any first-time starters or second race par ability to think about. Looking at that race shape, pretty balanced. You got 4 that want to be on the front, 2 that want to be in the middle, 4 that want to close, and 2 that, they're maybe not all that interested in racing in here today, Terry. So usually in these races, being forward can be a good place to be, and it looks like 2 choices in that regard.
Yeah, the 7 and 9 have the best chance to be in the front there.
The 7 also catching a little bit of left arrow action, a closer that wants to come in. Lots of class droppers in here, Terry, particularly that 7, a pretty big class drop. But if you like the jockey trainer, it doesn't get to the 7, maybe a couple others to look at.
Yeah, the 6 has the best jockey. 4 has the best trainer. I think the 4 is the best jockey trainer combination, though.
Also the best speed figure by 5 points last out. It is your simulation favorite. You got 3 of them in there, 4 of them tightly mixed. The 6 is your top total pace. 3, 4, 6, and 7 showing up over there as well. Who shows up in your finale for picks today, Terry?
I like the 5, Young and Purdy. Finished second against comparable competition. Could improve back to sprint distance. Trainer and jockey have a strong win rate. And then I like the 4, which drops in class, can improve while returning to the dirt against a leading trainer and jockey. The 6 Highest speed figure at today's distance gets a leading jockey, and then I like the 9, Rama Bama Lama. Lana. She has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 24% of the races in the first race after claiming a horse, high percentage winning jockey, and the best speed is among today's starters. No additional bets for me as I'm completely out of money.
Yeah, I like the name here. I'm going to go Rama Bama Lana. Isn't that from a song? Whoa, Black Betty. I think it's in that one. No, I'm not sure. But anyhow, that one, Terry. Coming in from Delaware, off the claim. The trainer pops at 24% on that. That's an alpha angle. Number 6, No Hay or No High. Top total pace and moving to Michael Sanchez. Could be a tell that the trainer thinks his horse is ready to go today. Young and pretty, something that you and I definitely don't fit that, Terry. We fit the pretty part, but just not the young anymore. Been close in the last 2 races, maybe cutting back in distance today is the key. And then finally, the 4 horse does have that top last race speed figure. It is your simulation favorite. It is your best par plus. But this horse has been running on turf. And then he comes back to Parx where the horse debuted. So a lot of the numbers point to that one. But when you look at all these turf races, right? Boom, 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 boom. And then on that Parx, on that dirt, did bomb. So I'm not sure about the Parx form. I'm not sure about the dirt form, but I am sure that the speed numbers are pretty much in tune. So if that horse can take that to dirt, going to probably be your winner. No bets for me either, sir. Race number 2 and 1 are in the book. So in race number 1, the 2 horse won. Race number 2, the 2 horse won. So that means in race number 3, Terry, our pick 4s are doomed because we don't have the 2 horse in our picks. Race 4, we have 2s the rest of the way down for the most part. So it's the way we see the rest of the day. Race number 3, no bets. Race number 4, we go back to the pick 4s. Race 5, I have a trifecta box. Race 6, Terry has his best bet, looking for best bet back to back. And that's the 6 horse in there, Aula. That's because I was going to say that's because he didn't want to put the 1 horse up in there in this race with the funny name. But race 7 starts our late pick 4 bets. Race number 8, I have a double. Race number 9, I think the 7 gets the job done in the stakes race. And both of us decided we wanted nothing to do with the 10th race. Again, free picks today, guaranteed tip sheet. That is Finger Lakes. In just a minute, we'll post the picks, all of our thoughts over at horseracingtoday.net. While you're there, make sure you sign up for the wagering guide. Get ready for the big Breeders' Cup races next Friday and Saturday. How quickly it comes. And then get yourself some Horse Racing Today gear by simply clicking on that link there. There's a tip jar in the description on YouTube. So if you like what you do, like we do here, and you should, kindly let us know with a cup of coffee or an Alani. Any final thoughts from you, Terry, before we part company for today and hopefully find ourselves tomorrow doing Keeneland?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out to everybody that in my 60-plus years of going and betting on horses, I haven't seen anybody that was so good at picking 2-year-olds that are debuting for their first time than Rich. His system is really good. I pay a lot of attention to it, and I think everybody else should too, especially if you don't have any idea what to play in these races that have 2-year-olds that have never been out. Other than that, just stay safe, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow at Keeneland.
Yeah, make sure you do hook up with those smart sheets. There's more about that to come. I assure you, I'm staying up late nights. That's why I overdose on caffeine for all you folks. Get my heart rate up. But the reason we're coming out with some great stuff, and it should be ready to go. I won't be fully ready by the Breeders' Cup, unfortunately. I'm going to try. I'm not going to promise and then not deliver. But I can say for sure, 2026, we're going to have stuff for you that you cannot get anywhere else. 1,000%. And I think it'll really help everybody be a better handicapper. Well, between here and there, Terry, as always, on this terrific Terry Tuesday and every day, we certainly hope that you have God's grace, God's favor in all of your endeavors, and every single thing that you do ends up in
the winner's circle.
Tomorrow, for Hump Day, with Hollywood Hay, England.